plotting little man. Well, hey everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. Hope you're all doing really well, and I hope you're in the mood for some good books and some off and on probable puppy and kitty visits. So tonight, I am reading Clive Cussler's The Pharaoh's Secret, which is apparently the 13th in his Numa Files series. So I'm about a little over 100 pages in. Only about 300 more to go. How about y'all? What are y'all reading tonight? Oh, well, I had to, people. Hi, bye. Oh, well. It happens. Worst happens is, hey, I get some reading done. And, it is what it is. Maybe we'll get some nice visitors. We'll get a nice chat going. And we'll get a visit from the big girl. Because we all know nobody's here to see me. No, they're here for the puppies. Yes, they are. They like the little shorts with the puppies and the kitties. And they give them flowers and the wildlife once it warms up enough. Huh. So we might have some of that soon. Pearl's been coming to visit. And I saw Thumper earlier. Yeah. What do you think? What are you doing, big girl? What you doing? Huh? Yeah. Is this room normally closed off? Huh. Is this room normally nice and closed? And now it's all open. So you gotta explore. Oh, it's not? Have you been breaking in when I'm not looking? Okay, bye. Yep. So we're in here so that, we're not being a noisy distraction when folks are trying to do stuff in the living room or the kitchen. Because it's kind of open. Oh, they're not going to visit. Nothing entices them more than a closed door. So, while nobody's here, I'm just going to hang out and read my book. And hopefully we eventually get some folks so we can get some good discussion going. And I got my Merida shirt. Our fate lives within us. You only have to be brave enough to see it. And yes, that's my favorite princess. She knocked Ariel to second place. Something weird going on. How are you tonight? What are you reading? Okay, bye. Hey, how are you, Noah? I'm doing pretty well, thanks. Just hanging out reading. What have you got tonight? You have Iron Flame? I've been hearing a lot about that one. How are you liking it so far? I've got the Pharaoh's Secret. We started off with a lot of trouble in ancient Egypt. And now, of course, we got trouble in modern day Italy. Did you just start your book, or are you a little ways in enough to kind of get a feel for it? I'm not too far in on it, but I have a hatred for a character because they are big, fat, hairy, poopy. I love it. We started off with, all right, we're gonna, off all these people because they're not following the correct deity, and so they're being punished. It's like, well, we can fix this if you off this dude that told you to quit properly worshiping him. Maybe. With some like very secret poison stuff, and now we're like, a ship ran aground and everybody nearby died. Is it coincidence? Is it an accident? Is it an attack? And of course, it's a thriller book, so we know it's an attack, but who exactly is behind it, what they're up to, is pretty good. They gasp. I love how you go all French on occasion. It's kind of nice because I love James Rollins, and he notes Clive Cussler as one of his, big folks that he looked up to. And the style this is taking of, here, let's bring the past into current times and have big trouble, is very much a Sigma Force way of doing things. Oui, baguette. But it's a good baguette. Just remember to put the garlic butter on it. Yeah. I love the whole underwater thing and, ancient Egypt. It's not nice to gingers or chicks in general, but I like the idea of the place. Always with garlic. Yes. So what I did a couple weeks ago is I got a big old loaf of garlic bread and I turned it into a pepperoni pizza. So fattening, so good. I like the idea of archaeology and the movie The Mummy. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people got screwed as they watched The Mummy, they watched Indiana Jones, and then it was not at all like the movies. But I do love The Mummy, even the Tom Cruise version, which it would have had an awesome sequel, but I think they did a crap job in marketing. Because you hear The Mummy and you think Brendan Fraser in comedy, and he went action and horror with it. Actually, I just watched The Mummy the other week. They're making The Mummy. They already made 4. Because there was the original, The Returns, The Scorpion King, and that really bad one, like the Tomb of something or other. Is he coming back and making a 5th one? Well, I guess he could kind of not count The Scorpion King. Kind of a spinoff that was right in the middle, maybe? I hadn't heard about that. Yay! I love Brendan Fraser. Hey, Van, what's up? How are you this evening? Now I totally have to look up Mummy 4. I had no idea about that one. You got me curious. What use? My ADD brain must know. What? I am talking politics and getting annoyed. Yeah, politics does that. All it is for just, oh my. You will not catch me doing that at work because I'm going to get into a fight. And I haven't got rich enough to be able to quit my job yet. You think learning about U.S. politics sucks? Try being a woman living in them. Oh no, I don't know if they're still doing that. I remember when I was young, we had to do the Pledge of Allegiance every morning in school. But we only pledged it to the flag. Not brainwashing at all. Yeah. Like, that's what reading is for, is so that we don't get angry or to like unanger ourselves. I've got the Pharaoh's secret going here. So far it's not angry. There's like people dying, but I'm pretty sure the bad guys are gonna get it. One of them already has. In the best freaking way possible. How about you? What are you reading? Is it something like nice and light, or are you doing another one of the not Harry Potter banned books? Because the banned ones, they're important, but they're also anger inducing. I've had a new release arrive today. Ooh, that's always happy. What'd you get? I'm going to the Harry Potter experience at the end of November with my girlfriend, and I'm excited. She only just got me into. You're just now getting into it? Also, I'm totally jealous that you get to go. I need to hear all about it when y'all get back. The UK release cover is very pretty. See, I started just like before the hype with Harry Potter. Like, I had a teacher show up with the lightning bolt on his head, and we wouldn't let him start class until he told us what the heck happened to him. And he kept insulting me and calling me Hermione, so I needed to read the books to plot my revenge. But he really thought he was going to insult me in front of witnesses, and then I ended up like reading the whole series. You should vlog it. I'll be taking pics and all that jazz. Yes. See, you missed all the hypes, and like now you don't know why we love it, so you can go in with low expectations. Because that's the problem with the really big stuff. You're like, oh my god, everyone says it's amazing. It's gonna be great. It's average-ish, but since your expectations are up here, it ends up feeling like it's down here somewhere. One of these days, I'm gonna have a passport and I'm gonna travel and see these things. Of course, I say that in the U.S. without where I don't need a passport. And I still don't travel much. Gas ain't cheap. I have read the back half of the Potter books, not read the first 3. So you went straight into like the really heavy ones. You skipped the lighthearted and went to, they're killing everybody. I've got to where if I'm having a bad mood, I'm like, I'm not reading past 3. Because that's when it starts getting dark. Like 6 and 7, they just try to make you cry. That's not nice. Gas is so much cheaper in the USD. That is sad. Like, it got really bad, and then it got low, and then it went up, and now it's just kind of stagnant. Unfortunately, like, wages have down here and stagnant. Like, I promise we'll reevaluate every 6 months for inflation. That was 10 months ago. It ain't been reevaluated. To about half the price over in the US of what it is here. That is sad. Of course, it depends like what US place you're looking at. Because like I know there's some places that are easily twice what I'm paying, and other ones that are like 50% less than here. Then we don't. Yeah, there's this guy that I watch. It's Josh from England, and he was driving across some of these states are smaller than driving across the whole country. But I still wish I could drive. I'll let you in on a secret. I can't drive either. I got a chauffeur. They ain't crazy enough to let me behind the wheel. They gave me the thing that says I can, but they really shouldn't have. It's scary if I'm on the road with other people. There's a whole turning thing, and then I look like I'm drunk. So I just don't, because I'd probably take out somebody with a puppy instead of somebody that deserved it, and then I'd be sad. I can't drive. Then again, I can't ride a bike. Hey, same. I actually never had a bike that was down to 2 wheels. I had a trike when I was little, the little plastic red ones. And that was like the last time I had a bike. I don't think they make those for adults. Actually, I take that back. They make road ones. There's motorcycles with 3 wheels. I looked into those. They cost more than a car. Like, that's the kind of motorcycle I could ride. But why am I going to get that when I can't put my books in it because there's no storage and it costs more than a car? You both shock me. Oh, honey, that ain't even the most shocking thing about me. Blarkin. Ow, no, I like that term, though. That's kind of fun to say. Oh, my jeepers. Y'all have too much fun. So, if you don't drive, who takes you for all your book shopping? Or do you go online like I do? A mixture. Nice. Love going to Waterstones, though. Online, or I live literally next to a train station. Nice. I just get the bus or tram, carry them around. Nice. Yeah. That used to be the good thing when I lived in Georgia. There was a MARTA station, which is our, well, you can't really call it subway because half of it's above ground, but it was very convenient. At least if you're going downtown. When me and Noah go, I point at books and Noah buys them. I think I'm getting the raw end of the deal. My chauffeur just leaves me like unsupervised in the bookstore. He asks me if I want to go, and he takes me, and then he's like, "All right, it's been 10 minutes. I'm done." And he wanders off, and I'm still in there. And $80 later. But he bought me Chinese food tonight, so that's okay. He feeds me, but he makes me buy my own books. He's like, Noah, look at this one. Ooh, look at it. And I'm like, I want it now. Give it to me. Ain't nothing wrong with some good takeout. I have leftovers, but he offered to get me Chinese, so like, how can I say no? There was crab rangoons involved. Beans on toast? That's a new one. It's like, I'm more of like, you're supposed to put like eggs or butter and jam on toast. I've never had beans on it. That's I don't buy books when I go out with Noah. Don't worry, Nose. We get paid in 40 minutes. Are y'all being sneaky at work? Or is this a payday and it hasn't hit the bank yet? Meant to be Monday, but certain banks get it in early on a weekend. Nice. Somehow I'm always like the last one to get paid in like my room. I was like, mine came in, I'm like, y'all got paid at midnight? Mine didn't come through till noon the next day. It said it was posting, but it took forever. Like, it'll never be pending for like 24 hours. Like, come on now. That check is not big enough that y'all need to take that long to give me that money. That is well under the 10 grand suspicious limit. I wish it was big enough to be suspicious. Bet you 1 p.m. So what does he get if he wins? Y'all are making bets. I can read it here. What y'all gotta set terms. Who's gonna win? I didn't think checks. Well, it's a check as in, well, they send it to the bank of, you get this amount. Now, I'm pretty sure only really old folks actually still write out checks. It sucks if you're a cashier. Like, I only see 2 of these things a year. I forgot how to handle them. It's instant transfer. Even paying other people is pretty much instant now. Not seen one for ages. And true, it is instant here. Everything here is fully electronic. Yeah, I have that direct deposit, but it just sits in pending for forever. Might be a specific to my bank thing or something. So fully electronic might be a good thing. I have seen some people trying to count back change. It's kind of scary. Like here, we'll just make this electronic. That way I know it's the right amount. And if it's not, I'm calling the credit card company. You're moving to cashless now, pretty much. Honestly, same. Like, if I get cash, I'm in trouble because, like, once it's out of my bank account, it's spent. So I will buy the dumbest crap because why not? Like, and then I gotta go through the hassle of redepositing it so I can use it to pay off the bills. So, if it's in cash, it's spent. If it's still in my bank, well, then I have to pay for it once I put it on my credit card. And do I really want to have to pay for that? most 75% card, most of which is made via contactless payment. Nice. Because that does imply having to deal with people, and I try to avoid that. One of these days, I'll go back to my tiny little lab where it's just me and some music and some chemicals that go boom when set off properly. And everybody goes, ooh, when it goes off. I don't people well. That's why we have bugs and animals. Because, they're way better. They don't talk back. And if they do, you can pretend they said something nice. Apparently, I should people more, according to my therapist. Yeah, well, what does he know? He's just trying to get you to talk to him more for some more money. I think he's got a gimmick going. It's what? Yeah, that's definitely not how it works here. Here, it is very expensive, or they're called your friends or alcohol. And your friends are like, you need more alcohol. Stop telling me these things. Or we're trying to compare who's the most messed up. Healthcare is free, although the waiting list is a bit long. Yeah, I can see that the line being longer if you can actually manage to go. There's always something wrong, but fix it or have money for bills. Hope it goes away. Used to alcohol, but don't really now unless we do D&D night. I tried the on-paper D&D. That definitely was not for me. I like the PlayStation version of the game until they changed it way too much. It went from being top of the game to getting one-shotted. In the beginning, what the heck? I used the boyfriends on occasion, but now I just use it to watch streaming and movies. I have 4 games that I like to play, and that's it. Noah is starting a new campaign to stream soon. I have a plan. Ooh, I was gonna say we can game together. I have not figured out how to add people on there. I used to play Neverwinter, and I couldn't figure out how to add any of these people. I'm the only reason I play this game at this point is just to chat with some of these folks. It'd be a lot easier if we could just chat without having to log in, but I could never get it to go through. His plan is death. Sometimes you just gotta die in games. Oh no, I think he has some kind of a setting so it's leave me alone so that nothing goes through, and I haven't figured out how to undo it. And blew up the inside of... You blew up what? How do you blow up the inside of a whale? What game was that? That's definitely not like Terraria or Neverwinter. And I don't think there were whales in Diablo either. There were cows and unicorns and evil teddy bears, but I don't remember whales. I have to remember, but I have never been able to do it. It was inspired by Jonah and the whale. I was trying to make it sneeze. I didn't take it into account the vampires. It baffles me. Terraria, that's one of my favorites. Though, like, it depends. I have to like dig up everything. I spent half the time just telling around, seeing what I could find. I'm going to make everything out of everything, and it's all going to look like a 3-year-old did it. Vampires and whales in D&D. That is definitely a new version. I remember vampires in Ravenloft. I don't remember whales. You invited me to be a villain of a YA game, Noah. You have no idea what you have unleashed. Oh my God. You could go all Cruella de Vil on him. I know, and I need you to do it. You do scary things. Y'all do some interesting stuff. Well, it will be streamed, so that will be fun. Are you gonna do it here or on Twitch? Because I thought that was the one for all like the game or streaming things. Got my own hair. Last time was the Call of Cthulhu game. That went well. Last year? Oh, that was a while ago. You shot a man out of a torpedo. What in the world? That actually sounds kind of fun. I do enjoy Call of Cthulhu. He shot himself out of a torpedo tube. So you were your own weapon. Nice. I just provided encouragement. Oh my gosh, you sound like me and some of my old coworkers. Except for I started having to be the mature one, and that's a bad idea. So I had to get a boyfriend because I could not be the mature one. It's not safe. Yeah, my group we had the little tabletop tiki torches, and we were having some fun with some homemade fireballs with them. I had the friend that wanted to burn off his arm hair in it, and then the boyfriend had the hose going, ready to unlight anybody. I sneak up on people and shout, "Boo!" And by boo, I mean Noah. I like fire. Fire good. Just not around some people. You've got a coworker that's about all you have to do is I've made her jump and scream and done nothing but be standing around a corner. Like I didn't even say anything. I was just being my pasty old self, trying to not get hit with the forklift. And I made her scream when she saw me. And occasionally we come up behind her and like yell her name or something and just watch her jump. You're feeling better now, Nose. Oh, what was wrong? You getting a cold? When I got home, I crashed super hard and only just woke back up. Ooh, not feeling good or just that tired? Because sometimes you just need a really good nap. About like 11, 12 o'clock, that's just nap time. Though my puppy's been knocking me out lately. I am not coping well with diabetes. It is a new achievement I have claimed in the past week. Ooh, that's not fun. It runs in my family too, and it's definitely been something to like, how do I manage this without going to the doctor? I have not had a nap, and now I am overtired and can't sleep. How is puppy? Yeah, it runs in mine too. Oh, no. Yeah, I know how that one is. It's been a long time since I've gotten so tired that I can't sleep. But I remember last time it happened was really fun. I might have gone like well over the edge and confused everybody. That sucks, man. It's fine. 5 a.m. start has not helped. Ooh, 5 a.m. That's mean. I will crash later and then sleep until 10. Puppy he's doing good. He likes to use me for a bed, so I'm like, well, since I'm laying here getting laid on and petting him, and then I knock out. But he was a butt. He chased the bunny in the backyard this afternoon. And the bunny was not supposed to be out yet. They usually don't come to visit till it's like almost too dark to see them. And he was like, ooh, I'm going to go out and chase it. Never mind that it's pouring down rain. And they got mad because he got toweled off when he came back in. He didn't get the bunny. The bunny has lots of hidey holes, and I have hidden them behind bushes in a couple instances. And I don't think he fully has his heart in it because I yelled at him. He's like, fine, I'll stop immediately. Half the time. The other half, he's like, I'm kind of going to jog. And the bunny's like, all right, are you finished and coming after me? I'm by an exit if I need to. I was like, I was trying to make friends and pet the bunny. That's not going to happen if the puppy keeps chasing him. But he's lucky he's cute. I planted some herbs, but so far they're too good for it. The only thing they like is to eat my lilies. So you're supposed to like the herb garden that I planted next to the porch for you. Not my like black lilies. Like I got this really big, like 20-inch planter and put the lilies in there. They climbed up to eat those. They're lucky they got cute little cottontails. It's not very smart though. We started doing bunny checks. It's kind of hard to see them when they're hiding up against the house under the bushes. I don't see you, so I think it's safe. And the pups are like, laser focus. There's a bunny over there, and goes and chases them. It gets them both some exercise. Do y'all get a lot of cute, like, wildlife where you're at, or is it too, like, busy? It's semi-rural where we live. It's right on the outskirts of Manchester, so lots of farmland. Mainly foxes, sometimes rabbits. Badgers, foxes, herons. Ooh, well, the foxes and the bunnies are adorable, provided they don't see each other. I've never actually seen a badger before. We used to get foxes where I grew up. I had one try to stand on my foot and go, "Look how big I am!" Like, I would pet you, but I can see your mommy going, "I'm going to come out from under here and eat you if you touch my baby." It was so cute. It looked like a super fluffy little kitty. I thought I saw a badger once. Turned out to be a really, really, really fat pigeon. That's a new one. Confusing a badger for a pigeon. Did you not have your glasses on? Because that one's hard to believe no matter how fat that pigeon was. Oh my jeez. That poor pigeon. I was walking at night when I saw it. No one tried telling me off, as it was an unlit woodland walk near where I live. It was like midnight. It really was fat, okay? It just came waddling towards me. Okay, yeah, I would not be out that time of day. That's just asking to like get into some trouble, but might be different over there. That is just creating the weirdest image ever in my head. Though I have seen some pretty good pigeon waddles and some really mean ones. So we get really like boring looking doves in my backyard that, since they're rude, I call them pigeons. And they've started being more mean, chasing each other around. And some of them really do have a good waddle. Hi, how are you? Good timing. We'll be kicking off a reading sprint in just a few minutes. What are you reading tonight? You've been harassing her with politics. I'm okay, counting down until I'm off work. Ooh, fingers crossed they go fast for you. Jaleesa is educating me on the cult of America. Which one? Nah, no harassment. We are connecting on all the things that's wrong with our countries. And I am educating her on the wonders of Boris Johnson. Oh my jeez. See, y'all are just sharing all the bad news. I have 10 minutes left. Awesome. Hopefully they go by very fast. So you're not allowed to look at the clock, because that'll make it go slow. Like, I swear it's at least been an hour. I spent over It's only been 2 minutes. I'll be listening to Kerry Washington's memoir, Thicker Than Water. Nice. Is that the actress, or am I thinking of somebody else? I think she was one in that political drama, wasn't she? Yes. Yay! I never watched that show, but I remembered seeing the commercials for it. I've never seen an episode of Scandal either. I'm wondering if she was in anything that I have seen. I must go all curious again. That name sounds way more familiar than it should for somebody whose big show I've never seen. It will surprise nobody that I have not seen it. I don't even like being on jury duty, so I know I'm never going to watch that. Thankfully, I've only been on jury duty once, and then they decided that, they were not handling that one right. And so we didn't actually have to go to trial. No wonder that known that name. She's been in a billion things. But there are any that I've actually watched instead of just heard of. Oh, I did watch Fantastic Four back in the day, I'm pretty sure. And Save the Last Dance, that's what I know her from. Never been on jury duty. Same. Lucky. Yep. That is one of her earlier ones. Let's see here. She did a couple little bit parts, and then she's been pretty steady since 2000. So that's the third actual credit she's ever done, according to IMDb. If I don't have to work tonight, I may watch that prison documentary everyone's been talking about that's on Netflix. I did not know about that one. Again, I tend to avoid documentaries. I'm too out of the loop. I've started my third nonfiction or audio of the month. What are you listening to now? They are out of their cells most, if not all, of the day. What in the world? That's not prison. What the heck? Thought maybe it was going to be something on Alcatraz, which is a really cool place if you ever get to visit. I find nonfiction hard to listen to, but I love documentaries. I like the idea of them, but then generally they end up being done really freaking boring, or the topic is just, all right, this is going to make my blood boil, and what I want to do about it would get me in prison, so I'm just not gonna. Nope. What kind of documentaries do you usually watch? Like, I've tried to watch a couple that were, on like Egyptology, or there's been some really cool ones about kind of the history of some of the monsters, but those legends, like, I know this is a really cool topic. Well, how do you present it so freaking boring? Like, we've got the history of the vampire legend, and they bored me to tears. Nonfiction has to be written in a narrative voice for me to stay interested. Tales from the Dance Floor. It's a memoir, kind of, about one of the UK's biggest club festival founders starting in the 90s. It's also a love letter to Manchester, where he's from. Oh, that's cool. Yes, preach. Ooh, does it have a playlist? May do. It's a focus on the acid house movement in the UK and the change to the UK club scene. So it's got a lot of what for me is local history. That's kind of cool. That helps it be more interesting. If I get quiet in the comments, I'm either driving or my phone died. You all have a fun sprinting. Aw, thank you so much. Well, drive very safely. Hopefully your phone doesn't die, because, well, that's just sad. Get home safe and get all nice and comfy, and you can come join us and see how your book's doing. Thank you so much for the like. Ooh, I'm getting toasty. Keeping the Disney theme going. The guy is currently one of the entertainment advisors to Manchester's mayor about city nightlife. Well, my advice, more fireworks. That's probably not the advice you're looking for, though. How is Iron Flame? We're going to get to find out real soon. Because I'm thinking do about a 30-minute sprint, like start on the hour, go to the half hour. Y'all have time to get really into your books. I still hate that teacher. So it's the teacher that's the really bad one. Somehow that kind of tracks. He got his dragon burn half of third. His dragon to burn half of third squad. Like, what? I sent a podcast discussing that in Akatar. Y'all are gonna get into all kinds of shenanigans again, aren't you? Alrighty. So we'll do a half hour, and then we're getting back to all the fun. Ooh, editing. I'm glad I'm too lazy for that. It sounds like a pain in the butt. I owe you a penny. So that's what you bet, a penny. Oh my goodness. Now you can put that penny towards another book. Oh, hi! We're just kicking off reading sprints. So, what have you got for yours? I'm gonna do a read till the half hour. No more books. I bought too many last month. I have a backlog. Yeah, I've got 68 left. Be 67 once I finish this one. And I started last year with 63. That challenge did not go well versus how many I bought. Oh, I have more. So many more. Dang, 99 pence. Kindle books. Oh, we're not talking Kindle, just physical. We don't want to get into the Kindle ones. That might be in the hundreds. Though, to be fair, most of those were free. So, yeah. Those don't count. I've lost track of how many of those I have read and how many I haven't. And then I get distracted by Kindle Unlimited instead. But I think my Kindle supposedly has like over 900, and I'm pretty sure I only paid for like 30 of them. And I've only read maybe 100. Maybe. I think I have only 200. Psh, you're doing good. It's coming up on my nap time. Well, just bust open doors, why don't you? Big girl. Hello. I don't know what you think you're getting here, like 2 hours early. It's not even time for the fishies to get fed yet. No, it's not. Yeah. She won't, big girl. Boop. That confused the big girl. Come on, you want to give me the cute end? Instead of trying to throw your butt around. Oh, and the man's like, oh, the door's open again? Yeah, get your nose out of her butt. Nothing good comes out of there. Hello. Oh, man. Hello. Do you have a good bath in your daddy's pillow? Get a nice clean front paw. Boop. Thank you, little man. All right. Good boy. Well, don't throw up on me. You're doing rude burps. You're never gonna say excuse me. He's gonna burp again, lick my hair. Okay. Good boy. And burp some more. I saw that. Yeah. Hello. You got poopy nose. Fine, I won't give you kisses. I know that's a boost. Okay, bye, little man. Flip the pages. Hello. You're my good boy. Yes, good boy. Ooh, go open up a store. Good boy. You need some water, little man. It's a lot of burp and gulps you got going. Get yourself a tail. You're gonna sit there. You want to share Mama's pillow. Ask her. Come. Go. You can sit on the pillow with Mama. Mm-hmm. There's my good little man. Your daddy's book smell funny. Oh, pay attention. Don't you pick on him. Yeah. Go mess with your sister. Alrighty. So how's everybody's books going? Excuse me. Good. Well, that's good. Mine was pretty good. We got some more action going on. Another dead body. All the important stuff. How about yours? Currently talking about Manchester's illicit drug gang culture in the late 90s. Sounds like a good time. I think that might have been everywhere in the 90s. We just weren't aware of it as we were a bit young at the time. Well, someone tried to kill Vi, but someone said they were her as a joke. They did. Isn't that the one that you don't like? So, yay! Bad character dead. I remember those days. Only just. I sneaked to 16 back then. Nice. I was still innocent back in the day. No, the friend who said they were her as a joke, that teacher failed at the attempt. Aw, darn, I was hoping the bad one got offed. Maybe they'll get off next as punishment for letting their friend die. My first night out in Manchester was 1999. It was amazing and very rough. Also, I was underage, but yeah, as long as you got a fake or, you go places where they don't really care, not so important. So they had like teenage clubs where I was in high school, but that wasn't really my thing. It's like, well, so long as you're 16, which you can't really have any fun. That was all happening in like the football field behind school. I don't remember the first time I went out. It was sometime in the 2000s. There weren't really clubs when I went off to university. But we were nutty enough, they really did not need us going out. Yeah, I was 16. It was work peep, so I walked in the middle of the something the other woman and just walked through. No. Nice. You're in here, they check unless, you're looking hot. Because they've gotten into enough trouble for not checking. And I really wish it would move this little icon that's blocking stuff. Like, I can't see the bottom comments. Let's see. There we go. They do check now. Everything is challenge 25 now. Well, that sucks. But move over here. When I was in the US last, my dad was asked for ID for a DVD. He was. I'm going to guess you were at Target. Because if it's. I worked there at one point. And it doesn't hear like, yep, grandma is clearly 80 years old. We gotta make sure she's old enough to buy NyQuil. And you can't just use common sense. No, you gotta swipe and make sure you don't have a fake ID. Or if it's fake, it better be a good one to beat the system. It's amazing how many times I got yelled at for that. Like, dude, you should be glad that we're pretending we think you're young instead of wondering why you haven't been dead for 30 years yet. I think it was Walmart, but it may have been. Yeah. Walmart, they usually could not care less. Unless it's like the really new, I don't want to get in trouble employee. But as a whole, they really do not care. Which, now we have to ID you to buy nail polish remover. Which is the dumbest thing. But, I mean, when folks are eating Tide Pods, I guess you gotta check that you might have brains. Though 18 really is not the limit for that. We like forget an ID for like minor stuff. Like, are you 30? You've lived this long, you might have some brains. 18, you just ain't got your hands on it yet. Work asked me to ID someone for a wooden spoon. What did they think they were going to do with the wooden spoon other than whip somebody's butt or make some sauce? Now I'm curious. What the heck? Yeah, folks are going around assaulting people with spoons now. We got to ID them, see if they're old enough to handle the spoon. Or the flip-flop. I think a peeler was on the same code, so technically a blade. You gotta ID folks to buy a potato peeler? Dang. I mean, I know if you try hard enough, anything can be a weapon, but that's kind of stretching it. But next y'all are going to be starting getting ID'd for flip-flops. So that's another one they love to use. Come here. Start flinging flip-flops and belts at people. Oh, you think it's a joke. You ain't known some folks get them little house slippers. You got good enough aim, you're done for. I've might have used sandals myself at some point. Back when, yeah. I think they're coming back into style, like everything from my elementary school days. But those big old heavy wedges, those can make some good whack. It's only a matter of time before those come back. Shoot, I might still have mine. They're just in a bin in the garage somewhere. I'm so glad I don't work retail anymore. I remember a customer hitting one of my managers with a Wellington boot once. Was it a manager you liked, though, or were you rooting for the customer? Because sometimes, usually the customer sucks, but every now and then you gotta root for the customer. I did like him. He was a rough soul. Oh, jeez. Very edgy. Pretty much thought he was a short king. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with shorties. Get into everything that way. No one ever suspects. Because personally, I bust out the pigtails. Then I can have 2 pins in my hair. Double dangerous. I'm a very calm and collected person in work. Whistles innocently. It's like, crap, the manager's looking. I'll pretend to be an adult. Hold school to face, school to face. Don't let it rat out what's going on in my head. No, I haven't called you 50 different names and told you to, go F yourself at all. Nope. Like, you can't prove what's going on in my head. I don't even always know. But then again, I got red hair, so they always suspect. Ooh, a reputation, huh? See, I bring in cookies on occasion, so it's like, don't take off the one that bakes. It's not a good idea. How about you, Noah? Do you have a reputation at work? Or have you witnessed some good shenanigans? So the audiobook is narrated by the author. Well, that's always a nice surprise. Then they can read it the proper way. Oh. How the heck does that work? It's your book. You should know how this should be read. Get all the right, inflections and emphases. Emphasis. Ah. That way it gets the right tone across. What the heck? Or is he trying to do voices and not very good at it? Noah has to work with me, so he suffers trauma. Oh, you don't protect him from all the trauma of work. Don't fend for yourself, sucker. Or go create some havoc. I am trauma inducing to the people above and below me. Oh no. Sucks for them. Oh, we've got a bunch of new people. Hi. How are you? What are you reading tonight? Don't do a stupid and we get along fine. Yeah, but if you're dealing with humans, there's going to be some stupid. I mean, it's not like you're talking puppies. Oh, Noah. I wish I could trade some of them for puppies. Put them in a little chihuahua cage and all right, you go and hope you get adopted. I'm keeping the doggy. Apparently that's illegal or something. Should we get into another sprint so you can see what's going to happen to your, evil teacher? See if they make it through the next round or get taken down for what they did let their friend do. And maybe get into some really good Manchester clubbing incidents. It sounds like there should be some really good stuff coming up, though. Hopefully he'll get better as the narration goes on. Oh no, I've never really spent too much time on audiobooks. My mind wanders way too much. Jeez. Can't say okay, not at work. I didn't think y'all really had those there. Well, that's good. Oh my God, I thought y'all's laws were way too strict for to get your hands on the necessities. Hey, how are you, Farah? Always a way if you know who to ask. True, but it does make it a little bit harder. And sometimes it bites you in the butt asking. Are you home or are you doing more school stuff and athletics with your daughters? Good. Finally sitting down to relax. Nice. You get to be home? Oh, that is a new one. Gonna have to really celebrate. You light the candle, bust out a good drink, maybe get into the book. Assuming the cat doesn't go, ooh, and knock something off. Nearly 1 a.m. I don't know how y'all do it. I used to stay up like 1 a.m. Used to be early. Now I'm like, it's 10:30. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go lay down so I can be asleep by 11. The cats were hiding because my nieces came over for dinner. They're much happier. I take it your nieces are very young and wanted to snuggle and go all Elvira on the kitties. My kitty is locked downstairs, so he does not wake me scratching on the doors. Good luck. Mine likes to scream, like, I'm dying in here. And you go to love on him, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. 4 and 2, cat's worst nightmare. So not just squeezing, but like pulling tails and patting very violently on the head. Yeah. Those are some very nice kitties if, your nieces don't have bloody scratches. The teenager can deal with him when she gets up. Oh, Teenagers and cats, they kind of deserve each other sometimes. See, Peanut, my cat, is good. She likes to be cradled like a baby. Aww. I've known one that loved belly rubs. And the one that I have now has his own room because he's a little bonkers. You can rub his belly only if you pick him up. Otherwise, if he sees you patting him, he's going to try to murder you. Very confused. Oh, the Twisted Tales book she left for me is Cold-Hearted, by the way. Oh, that's... I'm not sure whose story that one is. I've got to look at that one. Because I would say that's Frozen, but I think theirs is Conceal, Don't Feel. Oh, that's not the... That's a different Disney villain series. Oh, that's Cinderella's mom, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Cinderella one. I really want to get some books from that series. I've read Beasts. I managed that one was like a 99-cent book on Kindle. And I think I got Snow White was the other one. But I really want to get into that series too. Yep. Yep, there's Twisted Tales, which is basically it's here. What if this story was mostly the same, but we made like one change, and the cover will tell you what they're changing about it. Like with Mulan's was Reflection. It was like, what if she had to go to the underworld? And then Ariel's was basically like, what if she didn't beat Ursula? And it goes all into the future, and that one was not very good. And then there's the one you're reading is like it doesn't have a twist. It's straight up the villain origin stories, which is another series that the couple that I've read are so freaking good. I love it. I just counted 18 books purchased in April. Dang, the indie book sales. Oh, I love it. You'll have to let me know how you like that one. When I do get to go to the used bookstore, that's about like 12 to 18 is about my normal. The only reason I haven't bought them is because I haven't been to the store this year. Soon as life quits being crazy, y'all gonna see a book haul. Yeah, the 6-month part of the Read What You Own challenge, and it's starting to get old. Yeah, I gave myself, instead of a number, I gave myself 3 months, and I failed in the first month. So I know you've always got a couple going. What are you going to be reading for sprints tonight? Pretty much, like, I went to go look for a Christmas present for my, like, adoptive-ish mom, and I got myself 4 while I was there. Noah took me to Waterstones. See, so it's Noah's fault. The Handmaid's Tale. Clarissa are the two I'm working on now. You were better than me. I cannot do The Handmaid's Tale. I have a feeling that's just going to make me so angry. What? That's not my fault. Well, according to Noah, I mean, you're enabling him with a very fun problem. It's like the meme says, it could be worse. It could be drugs. It's just books. It could be worse. You got me reading again, so it's your fault. Yep, totally yours. Like, I blame my 7th grade teacher. It's totally his fault that I have a reading problem now. Though I think he was confused when I found him on Facebook and told him it was his fault. We all have a problem, let's face it. Yeah. But it could be worse. It could be not books. I have put Iron Flame down for now and looking at Waterstones. And I'm sorry I got you reading. No, I don't apologize for that. Oh my god, you did what, Cat? And true, we do have a problem. Yeah. My 7th grade science teacher got me into reading and he's on Facebook. So I told him it was his fault I have a problem now. If he hadn't been calling me Hermione, I never would have picked it up. It's all his fault. Well, that and getting me in trouble with my mom for not reading enough. Because I spent more time trying to get out of doing work than I did actually doing work. Ooh, are you just looking in general at what showed up recently, or are you searching for a particular book? I know I have another book sub box due Tuesday, and I have at least one new release on pre-order this month. I've been eyeing a book called All the Dead Lie Down. Been eyeing it for months. I'm tempted to get it. Hey, if it's on sale. Thankfully, I don't have a lot of authors that I'm like, I have to have their book. And one of the ones where I'm like, I have to freaking have it. Yeah, he only puts one out like every 3 or 4 years, so that's sad. Is that the one that was never there? This year there's only 2 books that I really, really want. I'm trying not to get the Twisted Tale one. And there's the one by James Rollins that they had a good read for, but I didn't win again. So I guess I'll have to buy it myself. I believe it comes out like a month before my birthday, and I am not waiting that long. I've already waited a year. I am reading this, which is a nice action-packed, we've already killed off a couple guys and got a nice destroy the world plot going. September's looking good. You have a lot of new releases coming out in September, Vin. And then you got distracted and went for book buying instead of finishing up your book. The Tales from the Dance Floor. He should be narrating it like the guy from Tales from the Crypt. So it'd be really creepy, but yet talking about dancey stuff. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how that one is. See if it's really worth getting a copy from the library, assuming they have it. That's half of what I was looking for. I'm like, yay, I got Libby working. Y'all don't have any of these books that I want. You keeping at it despite the bad narration, Vin? September has book 2 of the Sunbearer Trials and a book called Compound Fracture as well by the author of Hell followed with us. Ooh, that last one sounds really cool, at least by the name. I can't wait for book 2. Oh, well, hopefully September hurries up and gets here then. Y'all get good books. I'll get some Halloween decorations. I will listen to the book to the end as it's local history, and I'm curious. Well, that's good. You're way more tenacious than I am. They're bugging me. I'm switching to another book. That's why I'm so short into this one. Is I was trying a different book. I tried for 3 days, and I never made it past the first chapter. So it went back on the shelf. Not got a native UK release, so it will be a slightly late delivery. Well, that's just rude. I hate when that happens. So what do you say? We'll kick off another round of sprints till the half hour, so Farrah's got some time to actually get into one of her books, and hopefully some good stuff will happen in all of them. And we'll have to come back and compare notes again. See what kind of shenanigans going on. Because I know Noah's going to have found some more books to buy before then. Oh, 2 books this month. Really dangerous. I knew it. Can't be looking at the, book buying website and then not get anything. Like, you're going to have to tell us what you bought while we're doing our sprints. I haven't bought, but it's in my cart. All the Deadlight and Down by Kiri McCauley. The Fungus by Harry Adam Knight. The Slime by the same author. And the Slime. That sounds like it should be something to do with Ghostbusters. Nyctophobia by Christopher Fowler. I have never heard of that. I don't know what that is, but it sounds creepy. I might pick up Gaze Upon Wicked Gods. Not been out long, but I am curious. I have never heard of any of those. But hey, if they sound interesting, go for it. Hopefully they turn out to live up to their name. Gaze Upon the Wicked Gods does. I like the title. I know nothing about it, but I like that title. Traben Tomes reviewed it the other day. Sounds like it It's put as a YA in the UK, but it shouldn't be. YA is always good. Means you get a happy ending and a fast pace. But the bad guy might not get as good of an ending. And I do love a satisfying end to the bad guy. Oh no, this is a problematic romance with no redemption. That doesn't sound YA at all. That sounds more like the kind of, adult smut. It's had some pushback, but the author and publisher describe it as adult fiction. So ending up in YA is, in some sources, causing. Yeah, you don't want the little, lovesick high school girls going, ooh. No. Don't start off messed up. You'll get there eventually. Deal with the daddy issues and then read that stuff. My little cooey boy. Yes. No. Pick me up today, Mom. Come here, Jack Jack. Good boy. Oh, that's a good stretch. Yeah. Don't knock over my water glass, you silly boy. You're dusting off my screen for me. He's putting that fluffy tail to work. Little fluffy Jack who decided to walk away. He's gonna come say hi. Jack Jack. Quit Leslie and look up. Well, I was gonna show you the kitty, but he just wants to look down and nuzzle everything. Yes. Hello. Good boy. And then get your hair floating and stuck in my glasses. Silly boy. Oh, you made it back. Hi. About to see if there's work available for my second job. Oof. That's a rough one. Deal with people and then a second job? I'm glad to see you made it home safely. Not too tired from working too. What's the second job? Oh, I'm not falling for that. You're looking at me. I'm not petting you while you look at me because you're just going to beat me up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, come over here and do the little side roll. Reader evaluator for standardized tests. Ooh, that is harsh. Is it that Common Core stuff or? for that. Check. Dang it, Kindle books. Are you shopping again, Ven? It's supposed to be reading spread, not book shopping. But if you do, you have to tell us what you bought. I prefer to think of it as multitasking. Yeah, I get that one. Trying to read and check and not get taken out by the purring kitty down here. Because just because he's purring doesn't mean he won't chomp me. And then go immediately back to purring. I'm audiobooking, so it's fine. Yeah, that's exactly why I can't audiobook. I go too many places. Like, I'm not holding the book and reading it. Well, then, psh. Oh, crap. When did the hero die? It's a good thing there's a follow-up one. My little prayer monkey. Yes, that's a good boy. Don't go after my cords, you fluff butt. Ooh, lit RPGs? What on earth? I'm assuming you're from the States based on your accent. Yes, it's Common Core and the basic benchmarks module subjects matter they expect children to know before going to the next grade. Yeah, I'm from the States. I grew up in Atlanta. Common Core, good luck. I mean, I got good at doing basic math in my head, but I get what they're trying to do with Common Core, but for the life of me, it is just weird. There's a link also for the kind of more spicy book you like as well. Van, you being saucy. Julissa, how's the vampire book going? I think I'd do better reading the ebook. It's 12 hours. The narrator isn't working for me this time. Oof. Yeah, ebook, I'm all about. The narrating, I cannot do. I wish I could. I'd probably get more done that way. How far have you gotten into your book? Cool. I lived in Atlanta for a year. Went there for college, then I came back home to Houston. Oh, where did you go to school at? family in a few different places in Texas, but I don't think any of them are Houston. They're in Dallas and San Antonio. Unless they moved without telling me. It's a good premise. Remember what happened. I just need to remember for when the ebook is available. I went to Spelman. Nice. I had a friend that went there back in the day. Now we're all old and I'm one of the few without kids. And being distracted by my cat that found a hair tie I didn't know I lost in here. What was the name of your vampire book again? I'm so bad at remembering. US cities are so big compared to UK ones, excluding London. I will have to take your word for it. One day I'm going to travel, but not yet. Honestly, I may have to start from the beginning. There are some character names I don't remember outside of the main people that may end up being a couple. How to sell your blood and fall in love. Oh, that sounds good. Mushy and creepy, but good. Jinx. Oh, that's a character from one of the books that I read. You were on if I ever get over to you. Yeah, Houston is definitely one of the bigger cities. Where about now, most of them are very small. That's because now I'm in the Midwest. If you're not in one of the big cities, you might be outnumbered by cows. It's cool because one of the characters is a vampire and works for the company mentioned in the first book. It's nearly 5 times the population of Manchester. I thought Manchester was one of the big ones. It's one I've heard of. So it's big enough to be talked about. You're so rural, it smells like a farm in the lobby of the high school. Oh, that is harsh. That company experiments on vampires. It's the UK's 3rd city. Experimenting on vampires? Are these people trying to get... That doesn't sound like a good way to live a long time. I've seen how that goes. I think that was the premise of the 4th Underworld. Or was it the 5th one? I lost track. They started making way too many of those. It's the same here, Pharaoh, right on the outskirts, so it's spraying season for the fields. So all I can smell at the moment is manure. Ugh. I have to drive pretty far to see nothing but countryside. I do miss Victor Wesley from book 1. Yeah, thankfully, I'm in the city, but where I work is literally it's surrounded by cow pastures, so you can tell when they're doing anything, and it does not smell nice to be working right next to that. All I can imagine is a plant section of Lowe's. Manure everywhere. See, I go to the plant section and all I think is, ooh, I can smell like the pansies and stuff and it smells nice. Like all the plants that I can't have because my doggies might nibble them and they wouldn't be good for them. Yep, I am literally a tree line away from the moss lands. I must have been standing in the wrong section of Lowe's. You went to the fertilizer, I just go to the flowers. It shows the most, like, when you have the pansies. Later in the season, they're like, oh, here, get these ones that don't have scent. But I swear that's like the first flower that always comes out around here. And it's just hanging baskets of them and little planters of them everywhere. And it just smells so good. Like, I'm 20 feet away and I can smell that flower. And then you get the other ones like, oh, I can only smell it if I'm right on top of it. And I'm sad. I always get like a viola whenever I go to start off the year because they're a pain in the butt to grow from seed, but they smell so good. And they didn't have any this year, and it makes me sad. Honestly, you can fall down a ditch, off a motorway bridge, into a canal, or two rivers, all within a 15-minute walk of each other. That is quite the extensive change. Are the tulips in bloom yet for you guys? Our daffodils are finally open. Oh, nice. Those are some pretty flowers that I could see Franny trying to nibble. The weather here has not been great. It has been wet and cold for April. Same. Like, it's literally been raining for the last 2 days straight. I have bluebells starting to flower. Ooh, pretty. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen those outside of like TV or something. I've never been able to grow them or know anybody that does. Jack, what are you plotting? Come here. Come here, Mr. Fluffbutt. No, I didn't say go for the cord. You butt. We have a fluffy visitor. Yeah, you're gonna get the shenanigans. I'm gonna show everybody what you're up to. He's like, what are you doing? We don't have them here, I don't think, but I've seen photos of them in the woods. They are protected in the UK as well, which is a bonus. Floof! You hear that, Jackie boy? You're a floof. My sister plants Anaheim pepper. She has a plum tree that's bearing fruit now, and she has some kind of edible flower green called purslane. Never heard of that one. She wants to give me some, but I don't know what to do with it. That is cool. I do have fun with the peppers. I attempted to make my own hot sauce. I've just got the two cats. That one that I just showed y'all is Jackie Boy. He's my friendly one. Sometimes. He has like kitty PTSD from he ran literally underneath Franny and got lost for 6 months and came back to where if he's looking at you and you try to pet him, he will nip and scratch at you. If he flops over and goes, oh, I love you, and just like he leans back and stares off at the wall, he will purr his little head off. And then there's the gray one with white and a little pink nose that I liked him better when he was too sick to see. Because then he was all snuggly, and then we got him healthy, and he remembered he was a cat that doesn't like attention. And has only this year learned that, oh, wait, hey, my brother likes it. This must be good. And so now every now and then, like, he will demand pets twice a day at very specific times and locations. Other than that, he fights you for him. Ooh, I bought The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. I tried getting into her. I could not do it. I managed to stop at one. I really enjoyed The Coldest Girl. Nice. I've enjoyed the Holly Black book so far. I need to reread it. The audiobook was enjoyable too. A little long, but worth my time. Yeah, somebody gave me, like, one of my coworkers had ordered something off of a book outlet and they sent her the wrong order. So, like, here, just keep it. We'll send you the correct books. And she passed them on to me, and a lot of it was Holly Black. I just could not get into it. She had a collection of short stories that I loved half of them, except for, like, okay, now where's the rest of this book? This seems like the first, like, chapter or two. Where's the rest of it? I've seen Holly Black everywhere lately, but never read anything from her yet. People seem to love her. She is definitely, like, I feel like I'm in the minority for not being like, oh my god, this is the best book I've ever read. Blood of the Roots is due in just over a week. I like that title. Maybe it's just a Cruel Prince one that I could not get into. Because she does seem to have a lot of stuff written. Yeah, like, they weren't terrible, but I read Cruel Prince once. I'm like, I don't love it, I don't hate it, but I'm definitely not following up with the rest of it or ever reading it again. Those are going to the used bookstore to trade in for credit. Quit going for all my chargers, you silly fluff. You silly fluff. Is Blood and Roots like a sequel, or is that like a spin-off vampire thing? I like the title of that one. Ooh. I have to wait, though. It's another that doesn't have a UK publisher. Well, that's just rude. You'd think they would, like, time these out better. They should have learned by now. Jack's butt is sticking out of, like, this side of the computer. So I snuck around and gave him some scratchies just to confuse him. A teenager on the run from his past finds a family he never knew existed and the community he never knew he needed at a HBCU for the young, black, and magical. Pulled it from the book. That sounds kind of cool. It's definitely an original premise. That, though, I think I am going to bed. Well, it is like almost what? 3 o'clock for you? 2 o'clock? Definitely, like, well past bedtime. I think Noah knocked out on us. Thanks for stopping in. I had a lot of fun chatting with you. Thanks for the sprint. Hope the rest of the sprint goes well. Have a good night, everyone. Sleep well. Don't let the cats harass you too much. No, he'll be asleep on his keyboard. He is alive! But oh no, if there's anybody around, we might have some proof. There might be like a little drool on the keyboard or something. Have a good night. And we will knock off one more sprint and then I'll have to go because otherwise the dogs are going to beat me up for not feeding them. They have a very specific time that they get it or Franny starts throwing punches. Thanks for all the fun laughs. It's nice to meet you. It has definitely been a fun one. Do y'all want to try to knock off one more half-hour sprint? Or are y'all getting exhausted with all the double jobs? Hopefully nothing exciting because I've been watching the weather around here and it don't look friendly. I was planning on, trying to plant my garden this weekend, but I think the ground might be a little too wet and a little too much gonna get electrocuted. How about you? Yeah, the time of year is so hit or miss. It really is. Like, I had to bring in my plants because it was about 34 degrees overnight. And then 2 days later, I was like about to die because it was 80 degrees. What the heck? We're going to have a prom send off for my cousin tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome. I have to work overtime tomorrow for 4 hours. Then just cleaning and laundry. Hopefully nothing too busy on Sunday. Oof. Yay for the overtime pay, but oof. I'm excited, and on Sunday I'll be doing morning sprints. I'm looking forward to that. We always end up talking about the most random stuff. Yeah, like every time I try to do sprints, it's mostly just we're having too much fun talking. That's the best. Oh, and I'm going to try and finish the last 100 page of A Little Life. Well, hopefully you succeed. Sounds like y'all got some fun plans. I never went to my prom, so I'm vicariously living through her. Nice. Hey, I never went to any of those dances either. I think I actually ended up loaning a dress that I had to one of my friends so she could go to prom and have something. You plopping over there. I see that tail going. think he's about to come take out my toes. The prom was way overrated for me. Yeah, far too girly. I was not the type to do heels and a dress and all that stuff. The only reason I had a dress was because I had to be a bridesmaid. I think I was looking at colleges during the prom season. My parents' pockets said, "You can't have it all, Jaleesa." Yeah. My boyfriend at the time was almost an hour late and stoned out of his mind. Awful. Oof. Didn't we all make bad choices back then? I definitely did not pick the best ones for quite a while. Though I did steal one of them's parents, so haha, I still win in the end. Yeah, I told you what my mom used to do. If she didn't like a guy, she would pretend to just to like, ew, my parents approve. Nope. Interest, unattraction. Just nope, instantly gone. And it sounds like your boyfriend would have been one of the ones that my mom pretended to like. Oh yes, my parents were not a fan of him. See, that's where they went wrong. You're not supposed to admit that you don't like him because that just makes him hotter. Come on now, do they not remember when they were teenagers? If you say no, we will find a way to do it. Like my parents should have admitted, like, yep, I don't like this person, but that's your life. If I tell you no, you're gonna do it. So I'm gonna just let you do it and find out why you're wrong. True. That's how my brother got married the first time, was because my parents wouldn't bother to he ain't gonna listen, so go ahead and marry her. And then mom didn't like the current one, so ha ha. It's like, maybe if you really didn't like him, you shouldn't have said so. I'm 18 years younger than my sister, so I learned what not to do by shadowing her. Dang, that is quite the age gap. I mean, it's slightly bigger between me and my half sister, but she was in another state, so I can't really shadow her when I didn't know she existed for the longest time. Nice. That's a lie. We're supposed to get away with stuff for being the younger one. At least according to TV. I got grounded preemptively for what my older brothers did. I got gypped. Oh, you got a hairball, Jackie boy. Poor baby. Yep, she always says, I'm old enough to be your mama. My twin and I are the oldest. It definitely feels like paved the way. Oh, I am by far the youngest. I've got two older brothers and a half sister that's got 21 years on me. I actually have a niece that's older than I am. So I think one of the very first times I met my half sister, she got stuck babysitting all of us. Like, yeah, you're my sister? Really? Your kid's older than me. She did not like it. She had to try to ground us for jumping on the bed with her kids. Didn't win her any big sister points. Oh, and she's taller than me too. Like, if you call me auntie, I will still fight you. You're pampered being the oldest. I'm the youngest. I had to get scrappy. Nope, fraternal. So you don't get to play any sneaky pranks on the teachers and go, I don't want to take this test. We're switching today. that would have been the only fun part of having a twin is we're so going Parent Trap. So the fear of known is I am not that one. Quit mixing us up. How can you not tell us apart? Well, okay, when you stand next to each other, but if you're next to each other, you look the same. Oh. You okay now, Jackie boy? Yeah, you all better. Which version? The Lindsay Lohan or the older ones? Oh, don't try to bite me. Good boy. The Haley Mills. I love how you never realize a movie is a remake until later on and go, oh, wait. It's always totally my generation. Then you get older and realize, nope, there's another one. Might be better, might be worse. We'll see. I see you plotting. You cannot keep my charger. No work for the second job. I guess I'll find something to snack on. It's too late to eat a meal. You're a little bit. It's not too late. I usually eat about 8:30, 9 o'clock because, I have to feed the pups at 8. Though Franny swears it's actually 7 o'clock. In hopes that we believe her. Otherwise, I need a late night snack, and then I'll have to go sideways through the door. So, I'm thinking start a reading sprint on the hour, and we'll do our last half-hour reading sprint. Does that sound good for y'all? If I eat too late, I either have to use the restroom in the middle of the night, or I just don't sleep well. If I get to sleep through the night, I'm lucky anyway. Big girl likes to wake me up a couple times, and then I always have to get up to pee at least once, no matter what. Sounds good. So, I'll get our snacks and get ready for a little bit more reading. Alright, and then we'll go back in your room and go get your dinner in another hour, huh, Jack? Feed the fluffies and then the kitties. A little book nuzzler. Hey, good boy. No, that is not a toy. That's a charger. I think I can hear him. His purr box is definitely not broken. You little toe nipper. And I'm not even touching him. You say his name or pet him, and he starts purring, and it takes him 5 minutes to stop. When he's not going crazy, he is very sweet. You just have your moments where you're a little crazy, huh? And then you go pet dog and go for walks and want belly rubs. Oscar, don't be a bully. Mommy will come love you in a bit, little man. You're not coming in with Jackie boy. You two don't play nice. Yeah, see that look. Good boy. Good boy. On that note, finished up the chapter, and it's time to feed all the animals. You gotta go back to your room, but I'll come bring you dinner soon. How are your books going? Mine was definitely got some more action and some crap going on. And more bad guys in play? Or possibly good guys from another team? Jack. Oh, glad you're able to get some reading done, even if it was getting a little heavy there. Hopefully you'll get some light reading in, something to nice, actually relax. It's wet food time, which that's about the only time little man will actually fuss at you and go, give me, instead of depending on Franny to go, well, she's going to steal it and you give me, my fair and square. So he doesn't care what flavor it is, but he will get it, and he does the cutest grumbles when you take too long. So I've tried to record him, but he never wants to do it when I have my phone out. The second I give up, he's got a lot to say. And especially the boyfriend, because this is how long you have to microwave it for to heat it up. He does it in 2 rounds, and little man gets mad at him. So we'll go give him his one baggy thing of the night, since he gives me all the cuddles. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your evening. You all saying bye-bye, Jackie boy? He said no, he's just staring at me. a very bold choice. It was nice meeting you as well. Hope you had some fun and get a little relaxing in. Sounds like you've got a lot of stress going on right now. Y'all have a lovely rest of your evening, however much of that will be left. Thank y'all for joining in. And I will definitely be checking yours out as well. Thank you so much for stopping by.